Welcome back to my G1 Retro Reviews. Today we're taking a look at the 5th episode of the original Transformers series, Roll For It. In this episode, we meet another one of the Autobots' human allies, Chip Chase, as Megatron seeks the antimatter formula.
Thundercracker, Soundwave, follow me! I am the new leader of the Decepticons!
Starscream's a real jerk. He just flies right into Soundwave. He should have his pilot's license revoked. Do Decepticons need a license to fly? The Decepticons once again attack a hydroelectric power plant. Starscream isn't very original. The beginning of this sequence is somewhat poorly animated. Soundwave's chest is wrong, and Prime seems to be driving on his rims. Although once they get outside, there are some cool bits. Like Soundwave running and smashing through the fence, even though the fence kind of inexplicably moves towards him. And him getting bashed by Prowl, transforming into cassette deck mode, and being caught by Starscream. But then again, we have this weird bit at the end, where Blue Streak is seen in his car mode, then it cuts and he's speaking in robot mode, and then it cuts back to his car mode with no transformation at all. Apparently Bumblebee is wheelchair accessible. That's nice.
I thought you were just another pretty face.
You're not looking so good there yourself, Bumblebee. When we see Bumblebee, Spike, and Chip escape from Laserbeak, we could see a billboard advertising Prime Cola, or Prim Cola as it's spelled here. This would later be homaged in the Transformers Devastation video game. This makes me wonder, did the Autobots license their names and likenesses to beverage or other companies? Apparently Megatron can interface with a computer just by touching it. Chip must have one heck of an internet connection for the 80s if he can send and receive live audio over the web. I'm pretty sure that kind of bandwidth didn't exist back then. They forgot to use the vocoder effect that they normally put on Soundwave's voice in this scene, so you can hear that Frank Welker is simply doing his Dr. Claw voice.
Excellent, Ravage.
Yeah, and I used it also for Dr. Claw and for...
I'll get you, Gadget, if it's the last thing I do, Gadget!
But the actual deep voice, that went to Soundwave, which was Barry White.
I am Soundwave. Talk in a monotone, and then add the electric on it, and you get Soundwave. But I like doing the voice of Caves, and I am your leader. Yes, my liege.
Apparently Soundwave can read people's minds.
You think you could hide the antimatter formula inside your primitive brain? Formula extracted, Megatron.
He's almost like a regular Professor X. It's funny how we see Mirage demonstrate his invisibility power, followed by Hound showing off his hologram power by creating a bunch of duplicates of himself. This almost feels reminiscent of how in the recent War for Cybertron Siege Netflix show, they gave Mirage Hound's hologram ability instead of his invisibility, and Mirage would use it to make copies of himself. Also, Hound transforms into a Rock Lord here. I like how Hound seems to be messing with Rumble.
There's no one here. I must have static in my rectifiers.
Now that's the smartest thing you've said all day.
Really? Hey, what's going on?
Oh, poor Rumble. I guess Hound's getting back at him for the pile driver that he took to the crotch a couple episodes ago. Scientifically speaking, Megatron wanting the antimatter formula kind of makes sense. When antimatter comes in contact with regular matter, they destroy each other, leaving only energy. Presumably, it would be that energy that Megatron wants to capture. Although when Reflector brings over the Energon cubes, you could see that they're already full. Also, notice how when Reflector passes by this pole in the foreground, the Energon special effect is on top of it, even though he's walking behind it. I guess they forgot to mask out the pole when applying the effect. Although, with the power of modern editing, I can easily fix this mistake. An unintentional coloring error kind of makes Hound look like Detrius, the Junkion mercenary. Apparently the Autobots have never heard of using a door. Wait, didn't we see Ratchet roll out with the Autobots? Now he's back at the base waiting for them when they arrive? I guess that was supposed to be Ironhide? Oh, apparently Sideswipe and Sunstreaker can still fly, even though Sideswipe doesn't have his rocket pack or anything. Also, I didn't notice this until editing, but apparently Sideswipe has his own name written on the back of his head. Man, how vain can a guy be? And it's even spelled wrong. It actually says Sidewipe, which is very unfortunate because it just makes me think of the great debate whether you should wipe back to front or front to back. Apparently Sideswipe ignores both of those camps and wipes side to side. Apparently Megatron can absorb energy right through his chest. So thanks to Wheeljack's invention, the Autobots once again defeat the Decepticons and save the day.
One small boy came between me and mastery of the universe.
Congratulations, Chip. You saved the day. You're a hero.
I am? I did?
You may not be an Autobot, but when you rolled for broke back there, you sure could have fooled me.
We're proud to have you as our friend.
Yeah, this was an okay episode. It had some cool moments, like Chip controlling Prowl, but I think my biggest problem with it is the pseudoscience. But once again, this is an 80s show. What do you expect? The writers to consult a physicist? Let me know what you thought of this episode down in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe and do all that other fun stuff. And join me next time for the next episode of G1, Divide and Conquer. See you then.